Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Jill Duggar Dillard claimed that her dad, Jim Bob Duggar, could allegedly be aggressive with her. But counting on fans wonder if she isn't throwing her mom, Michelle, under the bus because she sees her as the safer parent. Was it possible that Michelle was an enabler of a narcissist? In her book, Counting the Cost, Derick Dillard's wife seemed afraid of her father. But there have been some discussions online about whether he was the only alleged villain. In December last year, some TLC fans discussed Michelle Duggar because they noticed that her daughter seemed to feel bad. After all, she placed her mom in the middle of a nasty situation. Jill Duggar spoke with ET and revealed that she speaks with her father and Jim Bob Duggar keeps things polite. Meanwhile, she constructed some boundaries and she sees her mom when she can. That's because she believes that she understands why her mom did certain things because of the position she was in. Well, TLC fans now wonder if that position was just being an enabler, making her the safer parent. On Reddit, an OP who raised the subject of safe parents and enabling parents raised some interesting points. In part, they said, "I was just watching the podcast where Derick and Jill go on talking about their life and book and stuff. And Jill really seems to defend Michelle a lot. Anyway, she talks about how she got Joy as her first buddy at 6 years old, and the interviewer seems to be like, wow, that's crazy, and she's defending Michelle." As the long post continued, it basically explained that the OP felt that Jill Duggar felt safer with her mom. However, that didn't make her a safe parent in their opinion. In the comments section, a lot of people concluded that Michelle was allegedly an enabler, and it will take time for her daughter to realize that. Jill still sees Meech as the safe parent instead of the safer parent, and she may never progress past that stage. She is holding one parent responsible for the time being, and time will tell if she ever holds her other parent responsible. It's very common in abusive households to see the enabler parent as the safe one. It takes years of unpacking to realize they used you, the child, as a meat shield. Spend time on the abuse subs and you'll read the story over and over again. Would you want to have one shit parent or two shit parents? JB is obviously a monster. Michelle's neglect is more subtle. Can you relate to the thinking of TLC fans that Michelle Duggar wasn't really a good mom, but she wasn't as aggressive as her dad? So Jill saw her as a safer person to be with? Was one of your parents safer than the other? Sound off in the comments below, and come back here for all your Counting on family news. Counting on alum Jill Duggar made many people curious after appearing at the Duggar family's Christmas party last year. Some were surprised by the 32-year-old's sudden reunion with her family amid her estranged relationship with Jim Bob and Michelle. But it seems she's finally ready to answer the questions about her status with her parents. Jill has been keeping in touch with her family in Arkansas. Aside from her participation in the Duggars' Christmas party, she also went to the family's all-girls gathering in April 2023. She was even spotted sharing hugs with Michelle, suggesting that they finally reconciled. However, fans have yet to see the Counting on alum interacting with her dad, Jim Bob. Many also believe that she and her husband are still not on good terms with the Duggar family patriarch. Derick even made headlines following his attempts to expose some of Jim Bob's dark secrets in one of their podcasts earlier this year. While Jill remains silent about her attendance at the Duggar family's Christmas last year, it appears that she's giving hints about it online. Recently, the Counting on alum shared an IG stories quote that says, "You could be happy, hurting, and healing all at the same time." She doesn't usually make such cryptic posts, implying that the quote has a bigger meaning. In September 2023, Jill Duggar said in an interview that she's still hoping for things to get better between her and her parents. "I always hold out hope. I think that with Christ, nothing's impossible. So I hold out hope that one day our relationship will be in a much healthier place than it is even right now," she said. Despite her efforts to stay in touch with her family, Jill is still actively promoting. Jill Duggar also caught the attention of many after participating in a podcast earlier this year where she and her husband further emphasized the contents of Counting the Cost and talked about the difficulties they had with the family, just weeks after spending time with them in Arkansas. One of them is her revelation about being tasked with taking care of her younger siblings at the age of 6. Have you ever noticed that media outlets often refer to Jill Dillard as Jill Duggar or Jill Duggar Dillard? Did she just confirm that she kept the Duggar name as part of her full married name? Jill Duggar is the best name for a Google search because she was featured on 19 Kids and Counting before she married Derick Dillard. The question is, did she just reveal her full married name? Or is she trying to boost sales of her tell-all book, Counting the Cost? It didn't take TLC fans long to notice that Jim Bob's daughter wrote her book, Counting the Cost, using her maiden name. Some people slammed her for it. After all, she bashed her parents and successfully made it onto good reading lists. Notably, for most of her married life, she used @JoanDillard as her Instagram handle. Counting on fans assumed that outlets put Jill Duggar Dillard in titles and stories because they wanted their readers to know they were about a Duggar. After all, the Duggar brand is still big enough to attract readers. Branding is important, and that probably accounted for her leaving Dillard off her name as an author. Others do the same thing. For example, Amy Roloff doesn't write cookbooks under the name of Amy Roloff Merrick. When people marry, they can opt to keep only their original surname or take their husband's surname. In some instances, they take the new name and keep their maiden name. Is that what the Counting on star did? The question arose after a promo on Instagram for her book. On Wednesday, Jill, 32, raised eyebrows when she admitted she did not rid Duggar from her legal name after marrying her husband, Derick Dillard. The reality star opened the post by noting her name was Jill Duggar Dillard, despite not including Duggar in her Instagram handle. The outlet is correct, as the handle doesn't have Duggar in it. However, she has changed her name under the bio to say Jill Duggar Dillard. Therefore, can it really be said that she admitted to keeping Duggar as part of her surname? Why put Duggar in brackets? I'm disappointed in Jill. You have fought so hard to be your own person, to be Jill Dillard, and then on this video, you announce yourself as Jill Duggar Dillard. Why? Do you think Duggar is going to help you sell more books? You're a hypocrite to yourself. What are your thoughts? Is she adding the Duggar for better marketing? Or did she change her name to include it when she married Derick Dillard? Sound off in the comments below, and come back here for all your Counting on news.